Sometimes the most dangerous relationships aren't built on desire, but on loneliness. In these two films, an aunt and nephew are brought together by circumstances. And the real story isn't about shock, it's about emotional starvation. 17-year-old Victor is at that fragile age, no longer a child but not yet a man. He is observant, sensitive, and emotionally curious. During this trip, he finds himself drawn to the one person everyone else seems unsure about, his beautiful aunt, who is terminally ill with a cancer. And she is different from the rest of the family, softer, more intense. And there is a sadness in her eyes, but also something searching, something alive. And Victor begins spending more time with her. They talk alone, they sit quietly by the lake, and their conversation feels deeper than the talk happening inside the cabin. She doesn't treat him like a child. She listens to him, she looks at him and notices him. And for the teenage boy, carving validation and emotional intimacy, that intimacy feels powerful, almost intoxicating. Slowly, their bond becomes clear, not loud, not dramatic, just charged. And that's when the tension starts building. And the rest of family watches from a distance. Their glance lingers a little too long. Conversation stop when Victor and Aunt enter the room, and their discomfort no one wants to name. And they see what Victor doesn't, or maybe what he doesn't want to see, because illness changes dynamics. His aunt is losing control over her body, her future, her time. And in Victor's admiration, she finds something she is about to lose forever: youth, attention, and desire. As the weekend unfolds, Victor's feeling becomes more confusing. Is this compassion, attraction, or emotional dependence? And the line bursts. He believes their connection is pure, something meaningful and rare. But the tension from family grows heavier, and atmosphere tightens, and the violence that once felt peaceful now feels isolating. Eventually, the reality begins to settle. Victor starts sensing that closeness isn't seen as innocent. He realizes that emotions can be misunderstood or worse or manipulated, and that awareness hit harder than any confrontation. Both stories explores blurred boundaries, but this next film takes it further step. The film centers on a middle aged woman trapped in a silent emotional crisis. Her marriage isn't explosive or dramatic, it's simply fading. Her husband has lost desire for her. No argument, no confession, just distance. And that kind hurts more because it's nothing is said. She tries small things, touches, glances, subtle attempt to reconnect, but he pulls away, distracted and emotionally unavailable. The intimacy that once defined their relationship now feel mechanical or absent altogether. And then there the nephew. Now the couple is forced to take care for the husband's developmentally disabled nephew. He is physically grown but emotionally childlike, innocent, unfiltered, dependent. His presence changes the household dynamically. The husband focuses his attention on responsibility, practical care, routine structure. He seems more engaged in caregiving than his marriage. Meanwhile, the wife becomes emotionally take care, bathing, feeding, supervising. And the house feels heavy. As the days passes, the wife's loneliness intensifies. Her husband avoids intimacy. He sleeps facing away from her, and their conversations are brief and functional. But the nephew reacts differently to her. He notices her touch, he responds to the warmth, he seeks closeness, and at first the awkward attention that feels something complicated inside her. Not lust, not cruelty, but longing. Longing to be desired, to be needed, to be seen as woman again. And one day during their private caregiving moment, something shifts. An accidental touch lingers too long. A look feels different. And the wife races, aware of emotional line she is standing on. A nephew, in his innocence, mirrors what he senses. He does not understand adult boundaries, only affection and response. And the scene is uncomfortable, not graphic but emotionally intense. It is about emotional collapse. She pulls back, but the tension remains in the air. And the true confrontation isn't with the nephew, it's with her husband. She tries again to reach him, Subtle confrontation, it's withdrawal. But he avoids the conversation. He dismisses her need. He hides behind a routine and responsibility. And the unspoken truth becomes clear. He has emotionally abandoned her. And in that abandonment, she almost made a mistake. In a quiet but powerful moment, she breaks down, not dramatically but internally. She realizes she wasn't carrying the nephew, she wasn't carving acknowledgement, and never film made her villain. Not her innocent, it shows a woman standing at the edge of moral collapse because of emotional starvation. And the husband remained unaware of how close things came to a closing a line. And that's the tragedy. And the film isn't about scandal. It's about what happened when desire fades, communication dies, loneliness fester, and the boundary lines under a emotional neglect. And here the film ends quietly, unresolved, uncomfortable. Marriage continues and the nephew remains. But something inside her has changed forever. She now understands how fragile morality can become when a human needs for intimacy goes unanswered. And that's all about this both film. And thanks for watching the video.